Look, they're celebrating. I really need this chance. I have to go talk to her. But after everything, how is she going to react? Caleb and Emily were both students at BII Tech, the best science research university in the country. Getting a chance here was no easy task. But Caleb was one of 10 limited students that got accepted to the Scholars Program. It was a special program that offered students an opportunity to conduct research in biology, chemistry, and biotech under experienced BII Tech mentors. At the start of the program, however, Caleb had joined with only 9 others. Oh, she's finally here, a day late. She's the 10th one in the program. You'd think if you get a chance like this, you would at least show up on time. Yeah, I thought we were going to have to finish this program with just the 9 of us. I looked her up. Her name is Emily Wilson. She's homeschooled. She graduated with a high school equivalency exam and then submitted her personal research paper, and BII Tech just took her in. No wonder she's so unprofessional. BII Tech standards have really fallen. These days, it's like they take in anyone from any background. That first day, Emily had heard every word Caleb and his friends had said, and it didn't stop there. Over the course of the program, they consistently mocked her. Especially Caleb, who kept commenting on her educational background. However, things changed at their first exam. What happened, man? I came in second. Congratulations, Mrs. Wilson. You scored the highest. Emily hadn't just topped the exams, but she also received a special privilege. BII Tech offered the student who received the highest score an opportunity to conduct research on any subject of their choice, and were provided with the personal laboratory and necessary equipment. And along with this, the student would also be allowed to choose 3 others to join the program. And Caleb desperately wanted this chance. But he also realized his behavior towards Emily was wrong. He decided to be the bigger person and apologize to her. Emily, can we talk? Who are you again? Have we been introduced? Listen, I know I kept passing comments about you without actually even knowing you, and I'm really sorry for that. Oh, so now that I have scored better than all of you, and I have the privilege to select 3 other members for the program, you're suddenly apologetic? Yes, I've worked very hard to be where I am, and being part of this program means a lot to me. But I just wanted to apologize because I misjudged you. In that case, no, I'll choose whoever I want to choose. Alright, your choice. Emily had expected perhaps Caleb would try to request her. But he did not request her. His focus was solely on his studies. The following day, she was at the university lab when she noticed one of her files were missing. Sarah, did I give you my notes? No, I can't find it. Where did you last keep it? I kept it in my bag. All my research work was in there. Do you know what losing it would mean? Where could it go? You probably put it somewhere here. As Emily frantically searched around her, she saw Caleb approach her. Have you come to apologize again? Because this isn't the right time. No, I found this in the library. It had your name on it, and I thought it was important." "You left it in the library? How can you be so careless? What if someone else found it and threw it away? He just saved you months of work." A month later, all students part of the program had gathered as Emily was to reveal the members she had chosen. Sarah Turner, Jake Anderson, and my last choice, Caleb Murdoch. And that was the start of Caleb and Emily's friendship. In the coming days, each of the selected students got to pursue their independent projects. Caleb was a physics major, while Emily had a biology major. Over time of working together, Caleb and Emily got to know each other better. Caleb belonged to a very wealthy family. His fathers and uncles were alumni at BII Tech, and he too had followed in their footsteps. While he studied here in Seattle, he was living in his own house, where he had all the comforts. He didn't have to worry about paying the rent, the bills, and he had every gadget and technology he needed right at home. Everything in Caleb's life was easy. As for Emily, she was from a middle-class family and grew up homeschooled. It was after giving many admission exams and applying for funds and scholarships at various universities, she finally got accepted at BII Tech, which her family otherwise could not have afforded to send her. Before Emily moved to Seattle, she spent a whole summer working odd jobs to save money to pay her hostel fees, as she would need to be fully dedicated to her studies once she started. But things still were far from easy. Emily moved in with 4 other roommates in a small, crowded apartment. On top of that, there was only 1 bathroom, so to avoid the long line, Emily had to wake up extra early before everyone else to get ready so she could go to the university and study. And since she woke up early, she also had to go to bed early. But work and sleep wasn't everything. She also had to manage her meals, her laundry. Her apartment had a washing machine, which didn't work much of the time, so Emily did her laundry once a week. And since eating out was expensive, she cooked her own food once every 3 days. However, her schedule being so hectic, most days she didn't even have breakfast. After knowing how difficult Emily's life was, Caleb often tried to make things easy for her. "Have a minute to share a coffee? I also bought some donuts." "Sure." Sometimes he brought breakfast, and sometimes he brought dinner. I was getting so hungry, I picked up some burgers and fries. "Come on, join me." But I was really busy with work. "Come on, it's been a long day." And soon, Emily and Caleb's friendship began to turn into more than friendship. "Hey, what are you doing? You've been working on the same thing for 3 days now." "Yeah, I've been trying to solve this problem, but it's really difficult." "Let me see." "But this isn't even your field." "It's no sin to look into it." "Okay, give your best. This is gonna take time." Caleb sat back, but just minutes later, Emily handed him the paper. "Done." "What? How did you?" "It was pretty simple. You probably just didn't notice it, but you would have gotten it in a couple minutes." The days were going by like this, and soon, near time for Thanksgiving, A lot of students were heading home for the holiday, but Caleb found Emily at the library. "You're not going home for Thanksgiving?" "No, me neither. Thought I'd just send a card. What about you?" "I have to finish this work." "Oh, I was actually cooking for Thanksgiving. You should come." "But I have so much work left." "A couple hours for one evening won't hurt." It was after a busy few months, Emily finally took a break and went to Caleb's for Thanksgiving. But when she arrived, she realized it was just the two of them. "I thought this was going to be a party. There would be others." Thanksgiving is a special time to spend with special people, not with everyone. And that was the beginning of their relationship. On Thanksgiving night, Emily and Caleb had dinner together, and she didn't return to her hostel. From then on, they started spending more time together, helping each other in their assignments and research. Though now, Emily felt like she had no time to breathe. Life was still beautiful. "Before you came into my life, everything felt so raw. There was no romance, no love, but now it's like I finally know how it feels to be close to someone, to have someone care for me." "Emily, why don't you move in with me? I'm living here all alone." "No, if I move in with you, mister, both of our academic careers will be over." In their next exam, this time, Caleb scored the highest, marginally above Emily. But she took it very positively and congratulated him. In the following weeks, however, Caleb began to notice Emily looked very frustrated. So he went to speak to her at her lab room. "Whoa, you're playing with a snake?" "Yeah, it's a baby anaconda." "You've been looking a little stressed lately. Is everything all right?" "Yes, but..." "But what?" "It's nothing. Take a look at this." Emily took out a scalpel and took hold of the snake in the aquarium. "What are you doing? It won't survive the injury. Just watch." Emily then injected a substance near the wound of the animal. Within a few seconds, small fungi began to grow from the wound and stopped the bleeding immediately. And soon, the wound healed in totality, and the fungi shriveled up and fell off. The snake was fine. What just happened? I extracted the DNA from a few kinds of wild fungi and combined them to make this formula. When injected into organic material, it causes rapid cell reproduction and growth, which enables the body to heal. The natural immune system then rejects the foreign element, the residue of the fungi, from the body. Although they weren't supposed to reveal their work, Emily showed hers to Caleb, and he was more than amazed. As the days passed, Emily began to look more and more frustrated and started to avoid Caleb. In their next exam, Emily scored better again. However, in all this, it was one day Caleb noticed her hanging out with another classmate. "You don't have time to talk to me, but you have time to hang out with him?" "What do you mean? It's not like that. I'll give you guys some privacy." "You think I don't understand anything?" "Caleb, he's your friend. Why don't you ask him? Why are you being suspicious of me?" Suddenly, Emily began to notice her relationship with Caleb was becoming strained. I've been working on this for some time now. What do you think? Wow, man, you should show this to Emily. No, Emily doesn't have any interest in me or my work. Emily thought perhaps it was because of the distance. So, to patch things up, Emily made some time and decided to surprise Caleb on Christmas night. But when she arrived to his place, she found Caleb with another girl. What is going on? Who is she? What is she doing here? What to you? Why are you here? What do you mean, why am I here? Shouldn't you be with Nolan? Who is it, Caleb? It's nobody, someone from college. As Emily stood there, Caleb shut the door on her. Heartbroken, Emily left without another word. She was so hurt, she couldn't focus on her work anymore and eventually couldn't complete her research paper. She requested the faculty for some extra time. But a few days later, she heard Caleb had submitted his paper that turned out to be a medical outbreak. And it was on none other than medical healing with fungi. Emily was shocked to realize what he had done, and immediately went to confront him. How could you do this? Do what? You stole my work. Your work? Who do you think you are? Your parents were a nobody, working odd jobs, you studied at home, and now you think you can become a scientist? The only reason you got into a relationship with me was after knowing who I am, after seeing my place, eating breakfast and dinner on me, sustaining on my charity. You're nothing but a typical gold digger, not even from a middle class, from a poor family, dreaming to become instantly rich by marrying someone wealthy. Listening to Caleb, Emily felt like her world was falling apart. She never felt so small in her life, and suddenly, her entire life's hard work and ambition seemed worthless. Since that night, Emily didn't go to the university anymore, and soon went into a deep depression. As for Caleb, he focused on his work. BII Tech was holding a conference in a week, in which he would have to demonstrate his research. A few days before the event, however, Caleb received news that Emily had taken her own life. Her death was a shock to everyone. The faculty had truly treasured a student like her, and were willing to accept her paper even days before the conference. But things took an unfortunate turn. Caleb, however, wouldn't let anything divert him. On the day of the conference, numerous professors, scientists, and researchers gathered at BII Tech. Where's your work? Everything I need is on this table. As Caleb began to cut himself, everyone became a bit nervous. What are you doing? Are you crazy? But Caleb continued on, picking up the syringe and injecting himself with the formula. And within seconds, fungi grew on the wound and his hand healed. This formula is made from DNA extracted from wild fungi. It holds the capability to heal fatal wounds in seconds. It allows rapid cell reproduction, and once the body is healed, the immune system rejects the fungi residue from the body. Amazing. Genius. This is a breakthrough in medical science. Caleb's discovery received much recognition and appreciation, and soon, not only did he gain fame, but also even more wealth. Caleb continued on with his research, and later became one of the youngest faculty members at BII Tech. Everything was going perfectly, until one day he started to notice something strange. What is this? Fungi? Where did this come from? Small fungi had started to grow on his body. At first, Caleb tried to shave them off, but it continued to grow and at a rapid pace. When his condition only got worse, Caleb began to panic and immediately set out to the university late at night. Why is this happening? Reaching the university, Caleb immediately went to Emily's lab room, where he discovered a note in the drawer of Emily's table. Caleb, I know someday you would come here. People think I took my life because of depression, but the truth is, I didn't want to see what was about to happen to you. I know how you are, and I know what you're going to do. And even though I know you deserve it, I couldn't bear to see you like that. As Caleb read Emily's last words, everything flashed before his eyes. Caleb belonged to a very wealthy family, and growing up, he was an excellent student, just as his family members. His father and his uncles were alumni at BII Tech, and Caleb wanted to live up to their name and be the best in his family. He had gotten accepted to BII Tech through his own merit. However, when he came in second to a girl like Emily, he couldn't accept it. And when he saw her happy and rejoicing at her success, he couldn't take it. That night, Caleb decided he would show her her place. The day Emily's files had gotten lost, it was because Caleb had stolen them, so he could come in her good book and befriend her. But all along, Caleb had thought Emily was a fluke. But after he got to know her, he realized she was far superior than him. She was at a whole different level of genius. It was then that Caleb decided he would manipulate her. He knew Emily was lonely. She never experienced love or compassion, so he used exactly that to occupy her time. And it did directly affect her work. But even then, the exam after they got into a relationship, Caleb only marginally scored higher than her. And in all this, the day Emily showed her research to him, he was baffled by her discovery. He couldn't let someone like her take credit for it. He wanted the credit for himself. Something like this should only increase the glory of the Murdoch family. However, Emily became deeply focused in her studies and continued to score better than him. But Caleb had better plans. He was the one who sent Nolan to distract her. Listen, go to her and say you found some healing properties in fungi and algae, and you were planning to experiment with it. Caleb took the opportunity to blame Emily and break her heart. If he could hurt her, she would lag behind, lose focus on her work, and he would take over her research. And this time, it worked. And it worked for good. But there was something that Caleb didn't know that Emily did. She knew there was a side effect to her formula, and it was the reason being to why she didn't submit her papers. But now, perhaps it was too late for Caleb.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel.
And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.